Okay, welcome back to CKP. Excellent lighting, I know, thanks. So we're in the Mk4 1.8 GTI 2860R 630cc injectors. Neutral. Lots of fun upgrades. So this is her. Quite beautiful, I know. Oh, our coolant is low. We have a bit of an issue with the coolant. After done a bit of work on pipes, let's take a look at the engine bay here. Here's the big snail. And our coolant is actually, it's disappeared on us because we have a pipe that is leaking, which we need to rectify soon. But hold on, let me get some water for that. Let me just make sure it's not going into my well. Yeah, we're good. So I'll get that sorted and we will give her a start. Okay, so that is rectified, and let's give her a start. Not too loud at all, on ECU, but we have a huge front mount on her as well, nice and hidden. Forge Motorsport diverter valve, because that's the right way to run these 180s when you are running with the mass airflow sensor, which I am not anymore, obviously. So this is the reality of driving with a car with a 3-inch exhaust all the way. Boost waiting, boost waiting, boost waiting, boost waiting, boost waiting. So it's fucking loud. That's an understatement. But we're heading to the garage here now. We're going to be there shortly. It had nice pops out of it though. Nice pops. I was thinking about putting some anti-lag on it, but I like my turbo. It's a genuine Garrett turbo GTX Gen 2 or so. It's an expensive turbo. I really don't want to blow it doing ALS anti-lag on the brush. So I'm completely fine with the spool. This tune is nowhere near finished. It's timing advance is perfect. It's knocking a tiny bit, but it's completely fine. It's a good amount. Before I was running 20 degrees, 1.2 bar, it made 350 wheel horsepower. I've pulled it back. The car was basically in all out mode, so it is slower than it was before. It really pulled with fucking 20 degrees in advance, I'll tell you that much. Now we're pulling about 12, 8, 7, 6 at times under boost, and then kind of the boost comes in real strong. And also we've got standard rods in this car, like this. They're only good for 300 foot-pounds. It's about 400 millimeters. So it's definitely stressing out them rods. It survived, but if I want this engine to I do need to get some. I do need to get some N75 boost control in there, but I still need to do that portion of the map with the V's bang on, everything bang on. It's only a weekend car. I only bring it on the weekend. Brought down to freaking knocking it in there a few times. Had good fun with the stronger map, with leaving GTIs or S3s in the back. So it's quick, but could be quicker, especially for the amount of money and stuff that's been put into this car. It needs to be at least 400 engine horsepower for me to be like, yeah, that's good enough. Right now we're probably about 350 engine horsepower. So let's see how she pulls. Just there we hit boost cut, which set to 1.5 bar. This is what I'm on about. The boost is a bit inconsistent. I think because I set the preload so high to get a little more oomph out of the gate pressure, it's resulting in inconsistent boost. So I'm going to dial that back a bit. It'll be a bit slower because we're going to lose a bit of boost. And the way standalone ECUs work is you set up the fueling right and you just keep increasing the boost, and it just deals with it. It just keeps giving more fuel to reach targets. It's not like your OEM factory ECUs where you tell it to give a certain amount of boost and then it figures out how much fuel to get. This knows how much fuel to give. It's predefined, the level of fuel, the level of boost, and you just set these levels that you want to reach. And the boost is like individual. I could get a manual boost controller, put it in the cockpit and just turn it up, and the car will deal with it. The power will increase. How much boost is being thrown at the car. So if this accidentally boosts 2 bar, the ECU will just deal with it and it'll make power at 2 bar. Whereas your standalone ECU, if it's only asked for 1.2, it makes 1.25 for 3 seconds. It's in limp mode. The limp mode does not exist on a standalone ECU. Does not exist. So that's a really cool thing. You don't deal with, there's no faults, nothing. There's obviously fail safes. If the lambda is too lean, too rich, you'll know. There's a few things, like I have a setup that just output so it'll flash at me if there's an error using the actual cockpit, using the engine light. It'll flash or it'll come on. If there's a fail where it's dangerous, that being a lambda or a boost sensor, if they fail, it will kind of drop into a limp mode, or it'll be significantly powered, and then I'll know. So it's the same with a normal car. So we're here at the garage. We're going to get out of the car and set up again for the camera, but that's